Good morning to all students. Today we'll be continuing the lesson Unit 22 World of Microbes with the topic Vector-borne disease. So vector is an agent that acts as an intermediate carrier of the pathogen. So it is like an agent which is transmitting a disease from one organism to another organism. The intermediate carrier is called as vector. Many insects and animals act as vectors. Okay, since disease can spread through insect and animals, it is transmitting diseases from one organism to another organism. Disease transmitted by vectors are called as vector-borne disease. The disease which is transmitted through the intermediate carrier is called as vector-borne diseases. These vectors can transfer infecting agents from an infected person to another healthy person. Okay, for example, a mosquito, this can transfer a disease from an infected person to another healthy person. Some of the insect vector-borne diseases are malaria, filaria, chikungunya, dengue, and the disease which are transmitted through animals are bird flu and swine flu. Okay, so the disease which are caused by insect, that is through the mosquito, are the fever, the main fevers: malaria, filaria, chikungunya, dengue. Okay, and the disease which is transmitted through an animal, bird flu, through the birds, and the swine flu, it is through the pigs. Okay, so we'll see each disease separately. So the first disease is malaria. It is a kind of fever. Okay, it is not a disease, it is a kind of fever. So malaria continues to be one of the major health problems of developing countries. Okay, malaria is caused by a protozoan parasite called Plasmodium. So protozoan is an unicellular organism. Parasite, protozoan parasite, in the sense it is a protozoan, single cellular insect. Parasite in the sense it is an insect, that is mosquito, called Plasmodium. The parasite is called as Plasmodium, and the four species of Plasmodium is P. vivax, P. malariae, P. falciparum, and P. ovale, which is causing the malaria. Okay. So malaria caused by Plasmodium falciparum is malignant and fatal. Malignant and fatal in the sense it is more dangerous and even very infectious. Okay, so approximately 300 million people around the world get infected with malaria every year. This is just an statistical information. It spreads through the bite of an insect vector, the female Anopheles mosquito, which feeds on human blood and usually lasts less than 10 days. Okay, so here the malaria is spreaded through an insect vector called the female Anopheles mosquito, okay, which is inserting the kind of parasite into the blood, and it usually lasts less than 10 days. Okay, a person affected by malaria will show symptoms of headache, nausea, the vomiting sensation, muscular pain, chillness, the shivering, followed by rapid rise in temperature, that is fever. Increase in temperature is called as fever, and subsides with profuse sweating. Okay, then use of quinine drugs kills the stage of malarial parasite. Okay, so for the treatment of malaria, they will be using the quinine drugs, the amino acidic drugs, to kill the stages of malarial parasites. Okay, then chikungunya. So chikungunya is also a kind of fever. It is caused by virus. The previous disease, the malaria, is caused by a unicellular parasite, and it is caused by virus. It is transmitted in human by the bite of infected Aedes aegypti mosquito during the daytime. Okay, so the malarial disease fever is caused by the female mosquito Anopheles, and the chikungunya is caused by Aedes aegypti mosquito during the daytime. Chikungunya mosquitoes will bite at the daytime, it causes severe and persistent joint pain. Persistent in the sense a continued joint pain. Okay, and difficulty in walking. We know if a person is having a joint pain, they'll be facing difficulties in walking. These are the common symptoms associated with chikungunya. Okay, so the joints get inflamed and the person find it difficult to walk. Swelling of your joints make difficulties in walking, and the main thing is paracetamol is given to relieve the pain and reduce fever. So literally paracetamol is a painkiller and it also reduces the human's body temperature. Okay, then dengue, it is also a kind of fever. It is known as breakbone fever. So here the name breakbone fever was given due to the intense joint and muscular pain. So as we discussed in chikungunya, the dengue is also causing the severe joint pain. Okay, since it is called as the breakbone fever. So dengue fever is caused by virus. This is also caused by virus. Malaria is caused by a parasitic protozoan, and the chikungunya and the dengue is caused by virus. So dengue fever is caused by virus. It is transmitted by Aedes aegypti mosquito. Like chikungunya, dengue is also caused by Aedes aegypti mosquito. The incubation period of the virus is usually 5 to 6 days. So I think we all have studied about the incubation period in the previous topic. So incubation period is nothing but the interval between the infection and the first symptoms appearance. Onset of high fever, severe headache, muscle and joint pain, rashes, hemorrhage, the blood clotting, fall in blood platelet count are the symptoms associated with this disease. The main symptoms we know about this fever is the decrease in the blood platelets. Vomiting and abdominal pain, difficulty in breathing, minute spores on the skin signifying bleeding within the skin are also associated with the dengue fever. Okay, paracetamol is given to reduce fever and body ache. Since it is acting as a painkiller, it may also reduce your body temperature. So paracetamol is given as a first aid tablet. So complete rest and increased intake of fluid is essential. So the next one is filaria. So filaria is caused by a nematode, worms. Okay. So filariasis is a major health problem in India. This disease is caused by a nematode worm, Wuchereria bancrofti. The adult worm usually found in the lymphatic system of a man, that is in the immune system. It is transmitted by the bite of infected Culex mosquito. When the Culex mosquito is biting a man, he may face the disease called filariasis. Incubation period of filarial worm is 8 to 16 months and the symptoms include acute infection, fever and inflammation in lymph glands. In chronic infection, the main feature is elephantiasis, which affects the legs, the scrotum and the arms. Then mosquitoes, prevention and control. So how we can prevent and control the mosquitoes? Prevention of mosquito bites by using mosquito nets, mosquito screens, mosquito repellents and ointments. So we can prevent mosquitoes by entering into the home through mosquito nets, mosquito screens, mosquito repellents and ointments. Then elimination of breeding places by providing adequate sanitation, underground wastewater disposal system and the drainage of stagnant water. So the wastewater should be closed and cleaned regularly, and the collection of water in any uncovered containers such as water tank, pots, flower pots, discarded tires should be avoided. Then control of mosquito larvae by spraying oil on stagnant water bodies. Adult mosquito can be killed by spraying insecticides. Then application of citronella oil or eucalyptus oil on the exposed skin. Then do you know an extraction of tender leaves of papaya and herbal drink Nilavembu Kudineer is given to dengue patient? It is known as increase the blood platelets count. Then know your scientist. Sir Ronald Ross, an Indian-born British doctor, is famous for his work concerning malaria. He worked in the Indian Medical Service for 25 years. He identified the developing stages of malarial parasite in the gastrointestinal tract of mosquito and proved that malaria was transmitted by mosquito. In 1902, he received the Nobel Prize for Physiology or Medicine for his work on the transmission of malaria. Thank you.